Welcome to Fuel the Fire TV. We've got an exciting new season to share with you about our experiences up here in Ontario.
That's right. We call Manitoulin home, and we have a ton of hunting and fishing adventures to share with you.
Stay tuned for our inaugural season of Fuel the Fire TV. Episode 1 is aptly called Chasing the Dream.
Life offers no guarantees, but the one thing that we've learned for sure is that the time we have is indeed precious. The more time we spend with family, with friends, and with nature can make the difference between living a good life and living a great one. Join us on our quest to be participants rather than observers, to learn from our mistakes, to share our successes and our failures as we spend all the time we have chasing our dreams, fueling our passion, and fueling our fire in the great outdoors.
Closed captioning for Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Island Sunrise Cottages. Fish, hunt, stay Manitoulin.
Hey folks, welcome to Fuel the Fire TV. I'm your host, Neil Dubosky, and this is the co-host, Rob Seifrid. We really hope you tune in over the course of the next 13 episodes as we try and capture some of that passion we all share as outdoors people, that burning desire that drives us to not only be out in nature, but to be a part of it.
Neil's right. The common ground we have is that we all want to experience what nature has to offer with our family and friends.
Now, by no means, we're not going to try and pass ourselves off as experts. As a matter of fact, we're going to show you some of our mistakes. And that segment is called Learning Curve Tips. We all make mistakes, and we hope that we can help prepare you guys better afield and maybe make you a better hunter or a better angler. Stay tuned for our Learning Curve Tip.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by North Meridian Enterprises.
Let me set this footage up for you real quick. We've been at it for 30 plus days with a bow. It's November. I'm committed to this little buck. We have good footage of him. There's good footage to the backstory, and I'm self-videoing. All you hunters know that there's no substitute for practice, whether it's with a bow or a rifle. You need to practice sitting, standing, tree stand, ground blind. There's no substitute for being able to gauge your yardage. And this is where I go wrong. I'm at full draw, I make an estimation of where that buck is at, and he moves laterally 5 yards, not away from me 5 yards. It's a clean miss. I'd rather do that any day than wound an animal, but it's important to realize that there's no substitute for practice. Watch what happens.
Steps out in front of me. Jeez. Oh well. That's why it's called hunting and not killing. Jeez.
For episode 1, we really had to think long and hard about what footage we wanted to share. Now you have to remember, we've been at this for a while. We've got hundreds of hours of footage. We drag our cameras everywhere, and we really had to choose and think long and hard about what we wanted to share with you guys. How did you decide to share the footage you chose?
Well, I've done a lot of guiding for people that have never got to hunt moose or bear or stuff, and I've had lots of friends shoot some nice moose, which Trevor shot a big one. Put my buddy Craig on a few nice deer over his time. And when it comes right down to it, my family is what's important, and that's what I picked. Bush Country Camp is a very special trip for us, and that was a special moment.
And what about Bush Country Camp? Now, Norm and I go back a dozen years when we were working the Toronto Sportsman shows together. That's actually how we got hooked up, and we spent a couple of weeks together at a time. And we finally got a chance to go to Bush Country Camp and film an episode, which you'll see in episode 8. But what was it about Bush Country Camp that you loved?
Well, Bush Country Camp it's such a relaxing atmosphere.
Right.
I mean, it's very rustic, but it's so relaxing. The loons come right up to your boat. You know, when you're fishing walleye at night, that's all you hear is them loons singing. And for my wife, it's got her totally hooked. She will always go back to bush country camp.